The opinion polls show consistently that about 2/3 of the public trust the police to tell the truth. But that is no reason to rest on our laurels, because we should never accept a situation in which 1/3 of the public do not trust police officers to tell the truth. And for different communities, the numbers can get very worrying indeed. According to one survey carried out recently, only 42% of black people from a Caribbean background trust the police. That is simply not sustainable. Change is therefore required. Now, many of the government's broader police reforms will help. The College of Policing will improve the quality of leadership and drive up standards. Police and crime commissioners are making the police more accountable to their communities. Direct entry into the senior ranks will open up the police to talented outsiders. HMIC is more independent of the police and of government and has greater credibility, therefore, in reporting on police standards and performance. But while these reforms are important, they are not on their own enough to root out corruption and ensure standards are as high as they can be. That is why the College of Policing is establishing a code of ethics. It's why the College is creating a national register of officers struck off from the force. We're making sure officers can't escape scrutiny or censure by resigning or retiring early. We've increased the powers and resources of the Independent Police Complaints Commission. I've asked HMIC to look at the anti-corruption capability of all forces. We've tightened the rules around the deployment of undercover officers, and I will soon publish proposals to strengthen the protections available to whistleblowers in the police. I'm creating a new criminal offence of police corruption, and I'm determined that the use of stop and search must come down, become more targeted, and lead to more arrests. But there is still more work to be done. We need to go further and faster in opening up the police to outside talent and to people who might not ordinarily consider policing a career. We need to look much more closely at standards of training and leadership. We need to do whatever we can to make sure police officers are representative of the communities they serve. And as I've said before, I am willing to grant the IPCC more powers and reform the organisation further if that is what is needed. Because it cannot be right that when officers under investigation by the IPCC comply with the rules by turning up for interview but then refuse to cooperate and decline to answer questions. Such behaviour, which I'm told is often encouraged by the Federation, reveals an attitude that is far removed from the principles of public service felt by the majority of police officers. It is the same attitude exposed by HMIC when officers called to help a woman who had suffered domestic violence accidentally recorded themselves calling the victim a slag and a bitch. It is the same attitude expressed when young black men ask the police why they are being stopped and searched and are told it is just routine, even though, according to the law, officers need reasonable grounds for suspicion. It is an attitude that betrays contempt for the public these officers are supposed to serve. And every police officer in the land, every single police leader, and everybody in the Police Federation should confront it and expunge it from the ranks.